space station where they got smacked. But the caliber player on Volt is quite good. I think that we've seen a couple. We talked about this yesterday. We've seen a couple here in RLCS and in Rival Series, and I do think that there is potential for this team, and this is certainly a matchup they can win.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and I'd have to agree with you on that one. And even chat, you know, I think that's a bold prediction, but it is well backed up with the stats, like you mentioned with that 3-0 win over Loco. It seems like Volt have been steadily beating a lot of their competition when it comes to fresh and new up-and-coming rosters. So I'm excited to see how they perform here against Nefarious, who do have a lot of experience. Jay Wismont has been around, I think, since the beginning of Rocket League esports in general. Yeah. This man's been competing for so long. So it's great to see him still battling it out. But Volt, a fresh roster, lots of hope behind their mechanics. I think they've got what it takes, Corelli.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, speaking for Nefarious here, they have certainly had some high highs as they do put away the first goal. Buddy, the most recent collegiate champion for Northwood, comes out here for Nefarious, puts away the first goal.
Yeah, that's a clean little shot here. Into the corner, you kind of expect the defense from Volt Esports to rotate a little bit faster, but that one just bounced straight out. Buddy, a clear shot into the back of the net. And those are the instances where Nefarious really have to strike and hit their marks, because you're going to get a couple of free opportunities, I think, against this Volt Esports roster. Maybe they're feeling a bit of the nerves. And when it comes to those tight angles, while it's nothing too incredibly difficult, a lot of teams will fluster in those moments and not hit that shot. So it's good to see Nefarious coming out here looking strong.
And they have taken down Team Envy before. It was in the fall regional. Or fall
yeah,
split,
and I believe they also took down the Knights in that same split. So I wanted to ask you, Corelli, I mean, that goes back to that Swiss format where they were able to get a lot of experience. Do you think maybe that has affected them with the double elim bracket? But I'm getting interrupted by Heck with this midfield shot. Now that's a clean one right there. Seems like Heck so far. I believe Corelli might have gone somewhere. I'm not sure. But that midfield shot was a little bit too surprising for Corelli. Just absolutely speechless. The best mechanics we've ever seen. No, but in reality, Volt Esports, it's a nice little response as we wait for Corelli to get back in here. Got the solo cast as Buddy. Nice little 50 back into the other side. And we've got an even matchup. I don't think I've seen too much possession out of either teams. Usually the first game is a feeler match where we're trying to see who's going to take more dominance on the pitch and really adjust to the other team's playstyles. I expect Nefarious to come out here looking the best with all that experience that the Des talked about. Obviously with Jay Wismont on the team and Adam. He has been a star player. That's somebody you got to pay attention to.
All right, I think I'm back, Turtle. Sorry.
Oh, he's here. He's here. No, I was just having a nice little talk with the chat, man. I was enjoying it.
I got so excited I knocked my keyboard and my headset off, but that's okay. Yeah. So, yeah, so a tie game here, Turtle, and I'm sorry, I had not seen the last 30 seconds.
Oh, no, you're good.
I mean, fell off my desk.
You really didn't miss much. It's just been a fight for midfield space. I was talking about it myself. There was really nothing going on in the field. Both teams kind of big booming clears to the other side. They can't control any part of this game so far.
We'll see Buddy play this one off the back wall. Heck there to clear it away. And like you've been talking about, Turtle, 3 minutes come and gone. We're at a tie game. Both teams have had their chances and both teams have put them away. It's a good sign. And honestly, like you've been saying, Turtle, I think it has been quite even. You know, when we talk about what the desk was saying in Volt, I think Volt has certainly lived up to the competition here in Nefarious so far. Now, of course, this is only the first game and we'll see how the series plays out. But it's a good sign for things to come as Adam wants to get a second touch. He does to the back wall, straight back to Buddy. Now he'll pick it up, full boost to work with off the ceiling. Looking for the backboard, Astro. Good clear from him, and Volt are out.
And that's a perfect rotation from Astro. He's the newcomer on this roster. Doesn't even have that much experience. I believe I've only seen him, and he's only competed in RLCS in the second Winter Regional. So for him to come out here against this experienced team of Nefarious and still be playing well with rotations like that, it's a good sign. But the corner is still wide open for Nefarious. This one off the post, slips in. Buddy's there to clean it up.
Buddy just barely able to squeeze that one through. But look at that challenge from Jay Wismont to push that ball downfield, and then a great touch from the back wall to pinch it down, but not with too much pace, because a lot of times you can pinch that one away, Turtle, and it goes straight to the corner or to the other side and creates a counterattack for the other team. So great composure from Jay Wismont to slow down and pinch that one down to his teammate.
Oh, another one, buddy. Nice little dribble to Jay Wiz in the corner. So much space on the field has been given to Nefarious. I think it's just, what do Nefarious want to do with it? Do they go for dribbles like that from Jay Wismont in the corner, taking it a little bit slower? So far, their approach has been a lot better. And I agree with you, Crow. That pinch pass, was fantastic from Jay Wismont. It's so easy to hit that one incredibly hard. And Adam, the mind game in the corners yet again, coming through for his team, putting them up by 2 goals.
Oh, and he just picks up that mid boost
Wave
to
dash
get downfield. Great work from Adam. Throw that last defender off. Put away the 3rd goal, and while it has been quite even, Nefarious have certainly pulled away here and looking to close out game 1.
I think at the end of the day, this is just pretty much free range for Nefarious. They push it into the corners, and there's nobody there on the rotation fast enough to challenge them. Like, look at this. Buddy has absolute total control and free space in that corner. Unfortunately, if you're a fan of them, they don't come away with the goal, but they've just been rinse and repeating that same play of tossing into the corner and then getting a midfield pass.
Yeah, and Volt have been backed up to their own line a couple times now, where it feels like Nefarious just able to get to the ball quicker and keep possession longer in that final third. Game 1 come and gone. Nefarious up 1-0 in the series.
Yeah.
And, you know, we talked about it early on, Turtle. It was pretty close, but Nefarious, I think, showing maybe that a little bit more of that experience here as a team coming into RLCS, and definitely staying composed throughout this first game.
Yeah. I still believe in Twitch chat, though. We had 60%, I think it was, for Volt Esports to take this matchup, which is crazy because it's definitely one-sided towards Nefarious, but still, Volt, the history behind these guys. I mean, I don't want to count them out too soon. This is just the first game. First game jitters could be out the way now. We'll see how they respond. And Volt, I mean, they took out Down to Earth, which is a pretty solid team, as well as Loco previously. Earlier on in this regional event, that Down to Earth match actually came out during the qualifier to get into this regional event. So Volt, a lot of experience going up against teams that are kind of on the same level as them, and they've been winning out Corelli in a couple of those.
Yeah, and I think that's important. And, you know, this Nefarious team is in that realm. And so I think, you know, that's why I mentioned I think this is a matchup that Volt can win. And they start off game 2 with a fine air dribble here. Ness trying to get a second touch. Adam there in the back wall. Adam, it was a huge catalyst for this team, even in this game, but even previous games as well. He's done a great job defensively and on the offensive side of things. He just seems to be everywhere for Nefarious to be that man to make something happen. He's always dangerous on the ball.
Right. Yeah, we had seen that in the previous game with the wave dash. That was incredible to go for the fake also in the corner. But there was a chance here, Corelli, within the first 30 seconds that Volt had missed out on. They're not getting too many open net opportunities, but that was one that they missed. I believe Astro had tossed the ball straight into the midfield, and they couldn't get a follow-up. But here's a mind game from Ness, getting some payback on Adam. But speak of Adam himself, he comes out with a midfield shot. Really beautiful cut and rotation, and he's got a free one.
And he's just been locking it down. I mean, I don't even want to put him as the third man, but a lot of times he's that last man on the goal line, and that was a great push from him to cut that one out and put it over the last defender. And it seems like every time Volt have a loose ball in the midfield or on the offensive side in Nefarious zone, Adam is there to break it up, clear it, or put Nefarious on transition. He's, again, just a guy who's always in the mix.
Yeah, and there's also no hesitation you can see whenever he's rotating. A lot of times, a team that has the clear advantage in skill and raw experience in competing, they'll come out here and they'll think that, you know, mistakes will just open up to them. But instead, that can be their weakness. You know, you'll open up a lot of chances for yourself, but not take them. You hesitate on it because you're up against a team that you should beat. But Adam, it's the opposite for him. He's throwing himself at the ball, zero hesitation with the challenges, and we just saw how effective that can be in the midfield.
Yeah, it's a good point, because that confidence and conviction behind yourself can lead to some pretty spectacular play. And so far, Adam putting his team up 1-0, getting the first goal. And, you know, this isn't without some pressure from Volt. They're trying to lock down the midfield at the moment, but just can't get the ball to another player. Astro does a good job to not let that transition to their own side. Now Ness couldn't get the flick on. Volt looking to lock in Nefarious. Another ball goes off the back wall, and again, Nefarious have done such a great job of not letting anything come clean off that back wall.
It does feel like Volt are a little bit eager as well to clear this ball off the backboard and try to force a mistake out. I would like to see a bit more dribbles after they cross that midfield line. Look, like right here, I love the patience. They're doing great, don't get me wrong, in these corners with dribbles, but when they get on the offensive side, I feel like they're a little bit too fast to hit that ball off the backboard, and they're just simply giving away their possession.
See if they can get out from their side. Jay Wismont might have a chance. Adam with no boost tried to knock it down. It would have been a highlight play if he could do it. Now Jay Wismont stopped by Astro and a great clear from Ness, but maybe only for the moment. Now back over to Jay Wismont looking for that back wall. Astro's there to clear it away. 2 minutes left here in this game. That shot's going to be wide from Jay Wismont. Now Adam had boost to work with and unfortunately just gave it away. Volt's opportunity now. They could put on the pressure on the Nefarious side. Heck, that's a great pop. Astro's up, and of course Adam's there on the goal line to clear it away.
That's the play I want to see, though, out of Heck. He took it slow, got a solid control on the top of his car, and then went for the flick. Heck also got a demo right here, but Astro with a capitalized little shot after that missed touch from Adam.
Yeah, and that was just a poor touch from Adam. He at least made contact, but it was straight back to the Volt side, and they say, thank you very much. We'll take that mistake. And for all the good that Adam's done on defense, unfortunately, it's his touch that leads to the goal. And now on kickoff, Volt has an opportunity to double kick across the box. Adam there to tap it up and over.
So not the best look on defense. Nefarious breaking down under pressure, which isn't too overwhelming. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of great plays out of Volt, but we definitely have to applaud the fact that they're resilient with it. They want to keep taking shots at net. They're not letting off.
Here comes Astro. Volt have been knocking on the door a few times. Need to find that creativity. This could be it. Heck off the side wall. Maybe a second touch. Cleared away. That back wall. Nothing is doing for this Volt side. Now Jay Wismont trying to sneak it by Adam with time and space. Wants to pop it up to Jay Wismont, who's facing the wrong direction. Still somehow gets a touch, but Volt do clear it away.
Oh, mechanics seem a little bit off as well. Adam missed off the sidewall. I think that's the second or third missed touch from him. Now going out into the midfield. It's still an all tied up game here. Adam flip reset. Some of the best mechanics we've seen in a little bit so far in this series, which has been more passive, I'd say, with individual plays. But let's see what Adam has off the ceiling. Out to Buddy, but it's denied by Heck.
Volt holding strong here on defense. Bears have been a lot more creative on the offensive side of things, which has made it tough for that defensive Volt. They've done a great job here, keeping this game tied, limiting the chances the best that they can. Here comes Buddy, as he's not going to get to it. Astro. The clear only goes as far as Jay Wismont, still trying to keep it in the side of Volt. Heck can't keep control. Adam fighting forward in the corner. Can Volt break out?
No way.
Do. Are we going to overtime? We will. They're not going to be able to keep it up.
I want to credit Volt's adaptation in those corners. It seems like they are handling the pressure so much better. A bit faster on the rotations, like right here, Adam. He actually has a challenge faced with him early, so he's forced to go under, but the miss hit. Ness didn't make a touch. I don't know if there was a demo on the play, but somehow Volt slip away without any punishment.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's gonna drop for Astro. I thought Jay Wismont for sure had this block.
How on
He picks
earth?
up a couple boost pads. He's got 17, 29 boosts, but just jumps too late and doesn't get the touch. Lean back a bit too far. And Volt are gonna steal the game with that shot.
This is just mechanics on the side of Nefarious. They need to find touches, but unfortunately, it's not making solid contact with their car. Jay Wismont, you mentioned it, Corelli. He pulled back too much on that save, and he had plenty of boost. He had the solid rotation, going in for pads, trying to make a little recovery on the defensive side. He surely should have gotten that save, and that's one of the moments that we might look back in the series as the turning point so far for Volt to get this comeback.
And there's a lot of credit, I think, on the defensive side for Volt. After they gave up that first goal, they really locked it down and made sure that Nefarious weren't going to get by. And the only thing for Volt was the offense just felt a little one-dimensional. You know, it was a lot of that back wall play that Nefarious was just not having it. It was just too one-dimensional from them. So for Volt, a little bit more creativity on their side. And I think they could open up this series and open up a solid lead as well.
Oh, without a doubt. If Volt start coming out here with a little bit more, like you said, creativity, better mechanics. I want to see some solo plays out of these boys on Volt that we're seeing out of Adam. You know, he got a couple of flip resets in. He had some mind games in the corner. I would love to see that on the other side for Volt Esports because they're connecting more on defense, quicker to challenge as well for Buddy here. You see Heck is already up. In the first game, he would have given all that space away and just waited to see what Buddy would have done with the ball, but instead comes out with a faster challenge and they can transition onto offense.
Yeah, definitely adapting to this Nefarious squad. Now, that's not a touch you want, Adam. Oh, that was a great save from Astro. That was a tough one to make. It was a fantastic shot from Adam, and Astro gets there just in time.
Oh, that was a firecracker. I'm not sure how Astro even managed to react to that, but beautiful save nonetheless, and they're going to move forward. Still want to see them pick it up a bit on the solo plays, Corelli. Maybe they can go for a couple of mind games or better flicks. I know Heck has that capability with his mechanics that we've seen so far in the series.
We'll see if they can put something together. I think that's what we've been asking for from Volt. Here's Heck to pop it up. Ness is going to go for it and beat by Buddy. Astro trying to keep control. Does keep it. Oh, as a fine pop, but Adam just gets a touch to get it by. Jay Wismont now off the back wall. Ness misses the in and out save. Now Adam has opportunity to the back wall.
Flip reset.
Gonna put it down. Gets by Astro, and Heck's there to turn it away. But the job's not done yet. Jay Wismont tried to pick it up, and that's the clear that Volt wanted. Ness throws it downfield and forces Adam off his own back wall.
Oh my goodness. Adam is really making a lot of moves here for Nefarious. I think somebody just needs to be in line with his aggressiveness, because if somebody was on the other side of that flip reset attempt earlier, I believe it was Buddy in the midfield, he was a little bit more pushed up. He would have gotten a free look at net, but instead wanted to be a bit more passive. So Nefarious, try to respect Adam a bit more and understand what your teammate is capable of, because he's making moves down the field.
Yeah, he's certainly looking strong in this series so far, and especially in this game. Again, we've said it a few times. He's just always in the mix. You always have to keep an eye on him. As this ball popped up, here comes Adam. Throws it over to Jay Wismont. He wants the shot on target. Nobody can get up to block it. And a beautiful passing play to open up the scoring.
Oh, and it seems like Vol have fallen back into that no challenge defense where none of them want to go up in the air. We didn't even get a pre-jump. Ness with a backflip as well. Couldn't determine where that ball was going to get placed. Lovely little shot from Jay Wismont. And Nefarious, this is what we expected more of, Corelli.
Yeah, Ness unfortunately came off his post and his wheels were up in the air. When he went to go jump, he instead side flipped. And that cost him the challenge, which is why it looked weird, Turtle, because you'd think someone would jump for that, and I think he was trying and unfortunately came off his own post. So now Nefarious looking for two. Adam wants to try and slow it down. A lot of time and space here for Nefarious to set up something. This one off the corner, Heck has to clear it away. Weak shot from Jay Wismont is no problem for Volt, but a little bit of a double commit. Now some space at the top of the box, but he's going to put it up and over. A 2-goal lead for Nefarious.
Yeah, and it's been clinical from all three strikers here on Nefarious. We've got Buddy taking his time. He knows there's a lot of space, and look, nobody wants to challenge. It's the same situation. Volt Esports, they're trying to handle the pressure when you don't have any boost. Lots of times your go-to position is just to fall back in net. But you need to extend out, go for a 50, at least throw yourself at the ball, make the other team panic. If you don't, with strikers like Jay Wismont and Buddy, they're going to finish it, but Heck comes to the other side and puts them within one.
And you got to give some credit here to Volt. They finally get a ball to come clean off the backboard, and they put it away. Wonderfully done. Great touch from Ness to drop it down from the ceiling. Heck in position to put it away. Volt are there. They're there to clean up on those opportunities. They just haven't had too many of them.
There is no better spot as well to place that ball going for a pass off the ceiling. You know, a lot of times you can hit it into that corner where it slowly drops down and kind of rolls, but in that instance, it bounced straight down and out, making it that much more difficult for the defender to find a touch. Lovely little pass there.
Now the lead cut in half. Volt, plenty of time to tie up this game. Heck wants to take it himself. Now Astro throws a light touch towards Buddy, who clears it away. Ness wanted someone to the right. Astro's got to turn with no boost. Oh, does he get the shot to left post? He does on the demo. Great play and good shot from Astro.
Oh, and it's all about Ness right here on the rotation. He sees Buddy as the third man, knows he's going to take a wide rotation in, and just takes him, deletes him off the field. Nothing you can do there if you're Nefarious. You don't even see him coming on that rotation. Volt Esports, they managed to tie it up after a pretty rough showing at the beginning of this game on their defensive side.
So a tie game now. Volt finding their footing, especially in that offensive zone. It's been a bit lackluster for them, but now certainly blossoming in this game. The This ball pinches out to Jay Wismar, who's just going to take a shot on target. Turned away by Heck. Now a minute left. 9 shots for Nefarious here, 3 apiece for each player. As they're threatening more nets, just pops it up. Jay Wismont and Buddy are both there. This ball now just bouncing in the midfield, picked up by Heck to throw to the Nefarious side. Still dangerous here as Adam does get away with it and now has to get down the sideline. Adam looking for some more help to the right, and Jay Wismont has to back off, knowing that clear is coming.
Yeah, that was such a passive position from Jay Wismont. I don't know why he didn't decide to push up there. Still not respecting him. What is this? Was this a dunk or a pinch, Corelli?
Oh my goodness, look at Buddy. He's got no boost, just jumping into it. And right into the back of the net, he just sits there. He knows what he did as he throws himself into the ball. That was probably the best play he could make with no boost as they take the lead with less than 30 to play.
That's just disrespectful right there. Going for a dunk in that situation, and somehow you manage to squeeze it into the back of the net. 3-2 so far for Nefarious. This is looking so good for him if they can just keep holding this pressure, wasting time off that clock.
Oh, big miss touch from Buddy. Could be opportunity. Adam's going to go as well, so it's just Jay Wismont back. Buddy rushing through the midfield. Heck off the back wall. This is the last chance. It's going to be popped up. Volt have to get a hold of it, but it's going the wrong way, and it will drop. Nefarious up 2-1 in the series.
Yeah, we've got match point coming up, and that was a really close attempt at a comeback for Volt. Things look solid with the demos that we saw from Ness. I appreciated a lot of the solo dribbles more out of Heck that I wanted to see, and Astral, a couple of good chances for him as well. So if you just keep this momentum that you started in the second half for Volt and they carry that into the next one, I can 100% see them taking this game. It was just that unlucky pinch, dare I say, that happened in the corner for Buddy.
Well, and I think a big part of the success that Volt had, especially late in that game, even if they didn't score because of it, you could see Nefarious start to be a bit uncomfortable with those demos from Volt. Volt really started to open up the defense, and I think it threw off the rotation of Nefarious on the defensive side. But even in that transition game downfield, a lot of times that it was just one player from a Nefarious on the ball with no options because everyone else was sent back to their corners on the demolition. So Volt may have found a strategy here against Nefarious, because it was late into that game when Ness started to go for those demos. He started chasing. I was on his cam. He was chasing around orange players. So and he got quite a few of them, and I think that threw off Nefarious enough where things got a little dicey for him.
And there was still a couple of defensive mistakes for Nefarious on the defense where they're coming off the wall, and they can't get a solid touch out, end up either mishitting it or just whiffing completely. Volt have been in a better position to capitalize, but there's still some chances that they're missing out. But I want to see some more respect out of Adam's teammates. Adam has been by far the best mechanical player here on this pitch for the series, and a lot of times he'll get a pass out of the midfield. Nobody's there to back him up. I feel like if Nefarious push their defensive lineup a little bit more, they'll get all of those opportunities that Adam are setting up.
And to be fair, Turtle, I think that's a problem that's plagued both teams. We've seen it on the Volt side as well, throwing the ball across the box and just nobody there to receive it. The ideas are good from both sides, but the positioning, or maybe the boost as well, is just not there for the team, and they're forced to go back, and those passes never connect. So here we are, match point now. And that one went just fine through. Heck down straight through the middle of the field, and a 1-0 lead for Volt.
And this is the second time for Wismont where he's been in the third-man rotation and can't find a touch. I'm not sure if he was able to get there in time. I don't believe that was a mechanical issue like the previous mistake. That was just him being a bit too far forward. I wanted them to push up the defensive line, but in that instance, he rotated out wide for the midfield boost instead of going straight to net, really.
So a 1-0 lead opens up for Volt. And you got to give them some credit here, Turtle. They have capitalized on a lot of Nefarious mistakes, whether it's defensively or even in the midfield. They've done a great job of finding those holes in the defense and just sliding the ball through. Buddy, his clear is going to go backwards as Heck waiting to see where it ends up. Good cut past Adam. Tries to get the dunk on Jay Wismont. Good work here from Heck. Needs some help from his teammates, and that one's going to be dunked downfield. As now Nefarious has their opportunity. This one dangerously coming off that corner. Adam opts not to go and receives the clear instead. Couldn't pick it up. So Ness will throw it to the back wall.
And that's a typical thing that we see for Volt Esports, just tossing that ball off the back wall. waiting for a mistake to come out, which has been relatively successful. A good little bump from Adam. I would love to see more physical plays out of him. That's a good midfield pass, but the shot's so weak. I think Ness might have been going for a far post hit, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, that's the creativity that we want to see, Turtle. We've been asking for it, and you could see that passing play come alive as the players got set up for it. It was a good idea. Now Heck getting some demos. He gets the last man and Adam. Unfortunately, didn't get Buddy, who was the man who made contact with the ball.
And Buddy does wonderful work, too. Both his teammates got bumped, and somehow they've kept the possession on, all thanks to Buddy as that aggressive first man.
Comes Heck. Didn't pick it up, I think, the way he wanted to, and unfortunately spoils the chance. The Bears could have been caught in transition there a bit. Buddy wants to just boom it downfield up to Heck to get the clear, and he does so. And Nefarious doing a good job of holding that midfield line right now. Volt really only being able to resort to these long clears that just fall right back into the hands of Nefarious.
I like the dribble idea, though. We've seen that now from Jay Wismont and Buddy, where Adam will get a nice little touch out of the midfield, and then that receiving player controls it. This could be a good bounce as Ness misreads it. A difficult touch, and Heck has no option other than to go for that double tap, but doesn't get it. They keep the pressure going, though, Corelli.
Oh, Ness could be there. That shot went wide. Another good look for Volt. And I don't think he could catch up to the ball in time to put that one on target. Still, good offense here from Volt. As they put Nefarious on their own back line, Buddy just will take the challenge. Now Astro, another demo comes out. Oh, this is a dangerous ball. It's missed. Is that one high? It is. Ness there to put it away. He will. A 2-0 lead for Volt.
It's just punishment after punishment for Volt. We had Adam, can't get the backboard read, doesn't find the dunk, and then Buddy flies past the goal line, can't get a touch off the backboard. Granted, it was a difficult read, but in those situations, at this level in Rocket League, you've got to find a touch. Otherwise, you're getting punished.
And those demos working out for Volt. Now, this is a scary opportunity for the Volt side. They got to get this clear away. Buddy there to put it on target, and he will. Cuts the lead in half and gets Nefarious his first.
And Heck was alone here, going for a 1v3 play off the backboard. He got the save, but in that instance, you want to wait for the ball to bounce so you get much more power on it. Heck, a bit of a panic touch. He did manage to find that save, but he needed more behind it. Nefarious, they're just going to collapse on that initial touch and force a goal in. 1-goal game now for Volt Esports. Can they hold on to the lead with 1:30 left?
Well, we'll see as Adam connects with Jay Wismont. This one comes out to Buddy. He's going to put a shot on target. Astro there to clear it away. Heck tumbling on the sidewall and still keeping possession here. Even uses Adam to push it downfield. Now Ness looking for the back wall. Adam's got to stretch out, and he will. Buddy with the long clear. And into the Volt side is returned to Adam on the Nefarious side. Now Adam, oh, bad pickup. Jay Wismont there to help him out. Says, I'll just blast it for you. Comes back down to Jay Wismont. Ness has to make the save. A missed touch from Volt almost leads in a goal. Still threatening here in the final 40 seconds. Oh, Ness does a great job to clear this one away.
Yeah, but it's not going to anybody. They're getting starved out so hard on defense with their boost. This demo, though, could lead to some potential chances on offense. Instead, it gets reversed instantly, Corelli. You haven't seen Volt Esports hold on to any pressure, it feels like, the entire game, even though they're still in the lead.
Less than 20 to go. Ness is trying to put it away. Astro's shot is right at Buddy. It's cleared. It's actually a back pass to Heck from Ness. Volt threatening in the final 10 seconds, but Buddy will slow things down and throw it to the Volt side. 3 seconds left on the clock. Adam trying to keep it alive for Nefarious, and they won't be able to do it. We'll be going to a game 5.
I would have never expected we force a game 5 throughout this matchup. Maybe a 1-3 game for Volt with Nefarious' experience, but the punishment, the positional awareness out of all 3 players on Volt has been far superior than those of their competitors, because every time we see a mistouch from Nefarious, guess who's there to capitalize? It's everybody on Volt. They know when a mistake is going to come out, and they're just waiting. There's nothing too crazy, Corelli. There's nothing flashy about this Volt roster. They're just in position for the misses on the side of Nefarious.
Well, they've definitely taken advantage of Nefarious poor positioning, poor touches. You think back to Jay Wismont's miss. You think back to even the beginning of that game where Heck just was able to shoot it through the middle of the field. So in a way, Nefarious have been their own worst enemy, where there were completely preventable opportunities that were given up to Volt. And that's not to take away from Volt, because I think actually as we've gotten into the series, the offense has looked better and better. They've been able to really open up space on the Nefarious side in which they couldn't before. And it is off the back of those demos, Turtle. It feels like that demo game is the key to victory for Volt here in this series.
Well, and it's based off the slower rotations from Nefarious, that in game 1, Nefarious were all over the field taking the boost so much faster than that of Volt, but it has slowed down immensely for him. And I'm not sure, maybe that is just as a result from that demo game. You know, you take somebody out of the field and they're just so much slower to get back into rotation and find that groove again.
We'll find out who takes this series. Volt battles back to earn themselves a game 5. Ness trying to open things up in the midfield. It will come out to Astro, who does win the challenge. Heck decides not to go. You're seeing a couple times Nefarious, you see 2 players jump for it. They do call each other off, so 2 players don't all the way go for it, but 2 of them do jump initially. But that kind of play does lead to some wasting of boost and put you out of position. Volt trying to pick up the pace. Here's Ness.
Oh, I love that dribble idea from Ness. That was such a good idea. You could see him actually taking it to the corner, trying to find a way to slip through the defense instead of just banging it off the backboard.
Ness is going to bang it off the backboard, and everyone having to go on the Nefarious side. It was a bit awkward. Astro does get it by Adam, but at the cost of being able to set up a shot for his teammates. That one comes off the back wall, but nobody from Volt there. Ness's touch is straight to Adam, who's going to chase after it, and he does get a piece of it into the Volt corner. Buddy, what can he do with it? Wants to take it by himself, but couldn't get under it enough. Now Adam looking for the back wall to himself. Second touch is just high of the net. Great setup. Had the defense fooled, but just not on target.
Well, and nobody was in the midfield. You see Adam going up for the ball, and both of his teammates are so pressed back. They don't want to risk anything by being in the midfield. Buddy is actually in position this time, but can't find solid contact on the ball. A little bit of a light shot. An easy save for Volt Esports as they look to transition out.
Yeah, that was probably an opportunity that Buddy would like to have back. This one just bouncing in the midfield here. Astro does get it by the first defender in Nefarious. Adam gets the pop over Ness. Jay Wismont, just enough boost to get to the ball. Unfortunately, Heck on the back wall to clear it away.
Oh, I love the patience from Adam. They're looking at the challenge, and then Buddy is finally in the midfield to capitalize off the fantastic work that Adam has been doing on the offense.
Yeah, great challenge from Adam to find that back wall. The defense was a bit late to react, which allowed Buddy to get up to it. And a fine shot from him puts it away. 1-0 for Nefarious, and a well-deserved first goal. I think they probably should have scored earlier with the chances they've had here in the first half of the game.
Yeah, this feels like Nefarious is game 5 for sure. And Adam, I want to just highlight how patient he was on that approach to find a good 50. He was so selective on when he wanted to time his flip, knew where the opponent was going to go, and that's what resulted in such a big win on the challenge.
Volt looking to respond. This one bounces awkwardly out. Buddy couldn't get there. Jay Wismont trying to get the clear. Still fighting for it out of their own quarter, and Nefarious just keep having this ball battered right back at him. Adam's clear is weak. Heck pop it up. Oh, he wants it himself, and he does drop it down. With a big clear from Jay Wismont. Is that one going to be high? Astro's there in the nick of time. Jay Wismont still keeping it dangerous to the back post. Buddy was there, but Ness gets the touch to push it away.
Oh, and what an early read from Ness. That was such a difficult angle. Coming in from the other side, you had to get a touch as soon as that ball bounced off the backboard, and he did just that. But the pressure mounting for Nefarious. Things looking solid for him, but don't get me wrong, Volt have been doing great on that transition. Slowly chipping away at the defense. When is it going to break?
Jay Wismont used the rest of his boost to pop that one up. Nefarious trying to keep the ball, but a missed touch from Buddy allows Astro to come through. This could be the opportunity for Volt, and shut down by Jay Wismont, and still going in the midfield, making sure that offensive Volt knows that they are not going to have a free goal this time. That's a shot from Astro, is turned away by Adam. Buddy, as he passed the defense, it was on target. Astro there to clear it away. Final 40 seconds. The shots mounting for Nefarious, and it feels like Volt struggling to keep possession past the midfield line. That's a missed touch from Ness. He does land on it and clears it to his own corner.
Oh, and we can't even compare the challenge game. Look at this from Adam. That's maybe the 4th challenge he's won in a row. Make it the 6th challenge, you know, because he's just going to keep piling on. This is insane, man. I don't know how Adam continues to do this and break math as well, because apparently 6 comes after 4, Corelli.
Well, with 10 seconds left, we won't ask you to count it down, as Buddy trying to keep it alive for Nefarious. Volt, just 1 goal needed, but they're going to have to go the length of the field. Ness to just lob it. Jay Wismont to kill it. A Game 5 victory for Nefarious as they squeak by Volt.
That was such an interesting series. I didn't expect it to go this far and to be this slow paced. And I'm not saying that to critique any of these teams. You know, I definitely respect the mechanics and the speed that all of these players on the pitch have, but it felt like they collectively decided to go for more slower, methodical plays instead of trying to just outpace the opponent. It was almost like watching a game of chess that was very slow. You could see individual decisions and what teams are trying to do with it rather than the normal, you know, ball chasey style that teams are just trying to win out in the midfield.
Yeah, I think Volt realized through the first couple of games, our initial one-dimensional offense is going off the back wall isn't going to work. Well, now we open up the demos, but then it was good work from Nefarious to kind of adapt to that, get away from those demos, and eventually close out the series. So they will take them down in 5 games. We got a lot more North American Rocket League coming up right after the break.